Good morning. Okay, so I'm gonna share this to my other pages really quickly, and then we'll get started. Okay. All right, done. Here you go. Thank you. Hello, good morning, Robin. Hi. Hi. All right, so I'm gonna actually do something new today. I'm gonna post the product list along with my website right here in the comments. So I'm gonna pin this entire big post. Normally I post the product list after I get off, but I decided, you know what, I'm gonna give it to you guys beforehand. So if you are wanting to shop any of the products or see the shades I'm using, now you can see exactly what I'm about to use. So everything is right there. Aw, thank you. I'm so glad you guys liked that launch takeover. That was super fun. Nice to see you as well. So as always, be sure to go ahead and click that share button in your bottom left-hand corner. It should be around here. And make sure that you're liking this, and also make sure you comment. Yay, I'm so glad Facebook notified you. If you have not signed up for the notifications yet here in Facebook, just as Claudia said, Facebook will send you like a little ding or like a little notification to let you know that I'm live. So if you don't want to miss out on any future posts or any future lives, whether it be makeup or hair, be sure to sign up for those live notifications. It should prompt you when you log on to one of my lives if you want to, but if it doesn't, it's because you watch me more often. So you can usually select to turn on the notifications. I believe it's in the top right hand corner where you'll see it. So be sure to do that if you haven't. And I also do have like a texting notification where I just send out a text saying, hey, I'm going live, and I include the direct link. So it's super easy to just click and watch. And that, to sign up for that, it's free for you guys. And all you have to do is text Rhea Hope, all one word, to the number 83361. The 3 dots, yes, exactly, Pat. So you can sign up for the live notifications up here in the 3 dots, or you can text Rhea Hope to 83361. And I always send out a text when I go live. So be sure to do that if you haven't done so already. Awesome, welcome from Spain. We loved Spain when we visited. Facebook sent me notifications. Awesome, I'm so glad Facebook is finally starting to cooperate with us. So we'll go ahead and get started now that most of us are here. And as always, everything you're about to see is available right here, pinned in the comments, RheaHopeBeauty.com. And if you need any recommendations or any help, or have any questions, or if you comment something and I don't see it and I can't get back to you on here while we're live, feel free to message me. I always encourage you guys to do so. It's like the best way to get a hold of me and the best way to get like direct help from me, whether it be for hair or for makeup. I love when you guys message me. So feel free to do so, and I can give you like a full personalized recommendation based on a selfie. So let me know if you guys need any help. Yay, I'm so glad you love being notified through that. Yeah, I try not to text it too often because I don't like being part of, this isn't like a group text. You don't get like a bunch of texts. You just get one from me. So I always keep it very limited because I'm the same way. I don't like when my phone's like beeping. So be sure to sign up for that if you guys aren't already. Lash prep, oh yeah, I'm so excited. You guys are gonna love your products. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started right now. So for foundation, I'm gonna show you guys like a different coverage option. Than I probably do normally every day. So right now what I just did is I squirt my BB Flawless Complexion Enhancer on top of my powder concealer brush. And now this foundation is more of a medium, light to medium coverage. It's a hydrating coverage. So it's very similar to like a CC cream, just not as like a thick of coverage and not like really hard to blend. It's really, really good. And it also has a natural SPF in it. Now we're gonna take our Liquid Touch foundation, and I'm gonna use the shade Lace for this guy. And squirt a little bit on top there, just like so, right on top. And I love applying the BB Flawless first because the Liquid Touch foundation is a more liquidy consistency than you're probably going to be used to. Totally normal, don't worry, but it is, I'm just like throwing out there, is something that you're gonna be like, whoa, it's a little more watery than I'm used to. But some really good tips and tricks with using it is make sure that you are squeezing the topper and shaking the bottle up really well. So this month's Kudos is so good, So you get in the Kudos, which if you're new, what Kudos is like our monthly deal. So this month you get the 40 mascara, the brand new lash serum, the brand new lash primer, and then you get choices of 2 of our brand new liquid eyeshadows. So today I'm actually going to be showing you how to use a liquid eyeshadow. The one I'm going to be using is the older formula, so that's why it's going to look a little bit different, like the packaging, but it's essentially the same idea, same technique, so I can teach you guys how to use it before you get it. So you can always refer back to this tutorial. So make sure that you definitely share this to like your wall or your Facebook or your friends or whoever, so you can watch it on the replay when you do get your products in the mail. Hello from Arkansas, hello from Florida. But yeah, this Kudos is so good, especially because you get the lash primer and the 40. All right, so as you see, I'm just kind of dispersing my foundation all over, and you see how it just so quickly covers up and completely evens out our skin tone. Isn't that so incredible? It amazes me every time. I've been using the same foundation for almost 4 years now, and I still get blown away at the coverage. Completely hides any redness, completely hides any blemishes, any dry spots. It's so good. And that's another reason that I really love this combo. So that's what's on my face right now. BB Flawless Complexion Enhancer and Honey, Liquid Touch Foundation in the shade Lace, and together they equal out to my perfect skin tone, and they also are gonna give me like a hydrating coverage as well as a full like satiny finish coverage. I wonder how much pressure you use to blend. So everyone is different when you're applying pressure with the blending buds. So kind of play around with it and see kind of what works out for you. So now I'm just going to grab a little bit more of my Liquid Touch Foundation, the BB Flawless, and just tap it around my skin like this. Now I'm gonna go in with the blending bud. Now, as you saw me kind of disperse everything all over with the powder concealer brush, that's my favorite way to like get it on there and get it like going. But I really highly recommend the blending buds, and you're gonna see why. I'm only gonna do one side of my face so I can really show you that difference on how incredible and how important and crucial these are with applying your foundation. It's gonna make your makeup so incredibly smooth. So who out there has uneven skin tone? That's pretty much us all, right? Or acne scars or fine lines and wrinkles. And when you finish with your foundation, do you ever feel like your makeup just doesn't look smooth? Like it's just settling in areas that just probably shouldn't be settling in, and it just doesn't appear smooth. I struggled with that for so long, and I know a lot of other people do too. My mom did. She has a few more finer lines and wrinkles than I do, and she loves these blending buds, and you can clearly see why. So this on my face, ignore that I added a little bit more foundation on this. Yes, or sunspots, exactly, and they're still like showing through. So if that's you need the blending buds. I'm using these damp, so you wring them underneath water and then you squeeze them out till no water falls from them. That's when they're ready to use. But do you see that difference? See how you can kind of see some lines forming? You can see the foundation that's just not blended enough because my brush just couldn't fit in that area. See how my pores look so much smaller on this side? Just looks and appears so much more smooth and more full coverage. You see that difference? Click the little heart emoji, see that difference. Isn't that incredible? That is the power of the blending buds. And these are by Younique. They're made with like a different material than like your everyday beauty blender. So I will say this, you need to know that you're not gonna get the same result if you're just going to Walmart and picking up a cheap beauty blender. These are made from a different material, so they're gonna be a little more dense than probably you're used to, but they really do an incredible job. They're made for this foundation, but they're made to do this. They're made to make your makeup look super duper smooth. So when you do get them, like I said, they're gonna feel a little more dense than probably you're used to. Just give them a good wash and start to work them in. Once you do work them in, you're gonna be like, wow, this one, me and you, babe. You're never gonna wanna replace it. And these last like forever. I think I've had this one going on 6 months, and the one before I had that went on like almost a year and a half. Yes, so I always joke around. It's a crime not to prime. So before I put on my makeup, I do the same pre-makeup routine every single time. But before I go into that, I'm gonna talk about my concealer really fast so we can keep this moving. So right now I'm taking the Skin Perfecting Concealer in the shade Organza, and we're just gonna warm it up on our fingers, just like so. And once it's warmed up, we're going to tap this on our under eye, and this is gonna give us just a little bit more coverage and really hide our tired mama eyes. So if you have really bad dark circles, or you have acne scars or redness or sunspots or just something that's not being covered enough, the concealer is definitely gonna be like top notch for you. Now we're gonna use a smaller blending bud and we're gonna start to blend that in all over. I always take it up onto my eyelids. I really find that it helps hold my eyeshadow into place. So if you have oily eyelids, definitely make sure you do that step. Now you notice that I took it kind of like in a V shape and I didn't go below my nose. That's super important because it's not only going to give you further down coverage, but it's gonna hide your under eyes even better. Because if you were to go right on top and blend it, you're gonna still see that shape rather than kind of covering not only the dark circle, but also the shape of your under eye. So it's gonna elongate your face and it's gonna make your under eyes look whiter, especially if you have like sunken in eyes. I do a little bit on each side. And so I find that when I take my concealer up and down like that, it really hides it better. Yes, to clean it, I use the Zote bar. So if you have puffy under eyes, I would highly recommend to pick up the rose water that Younique has. It's a toner and it's also gonna add moisture to your skin. I would also recommend to grab the Uology bundle, which is under collections and sets. That bundle is called Uology and Me. You're gonna get a full skincare regimen at a discount. So definitely check that out. And you're gonna wanna do this step too. I'm gonna show you one sec, but we're gonna talk about primer really fast. So before I put on my makeup, every single time, I always do these two products. So I wash my face, I spray with my rose water, I let it dry, and then I spray with my Touch Bold Setting Spray. This is gonna tighten and tone your skin to begin with, and then it's also going to start to go over all your creasing, your fine lines, your pores, and tighten everything and kind of seal it up. Once this is dried, which only takes like a minute, you're gonna go in with a pea-sized amount of your Touch Glorious Face Primer and you're gonna apply that all over. So this is what is going to be what your foundation is gonna be sitting on top of. So instead of your foundation seeping into your fine lines, creases, pores, it's gonna be sitting on top of this. So that is also helping everything look super duper even. And then I spray with my setting spray one more time to kind of set my primer. So it's really just kind of making sure everything stays in place and everything is ready for foundation. So highly recommend that pre-makeup routine. Oh, I'm so glad. So glad you love the pre-makeup routine, Samantha. See the sunspots when using full coverage and using the blending bud. So Sherry, I would recommend to mix what I just did, the BB Flawless with your Liquid Touch, and then make sure that you're using this, the blending buds, and then go over those areas with your Skin Perfecting Concealer. If you're still seeing anything underneath, you can start to incorporate color correctors, which I used to do. I have a lot of YouTube videos doing that. So if you want to see how to use color correctors, be sure to check out my YouTube channel. It's a little outdated, but you'll still get the main idea. My name on there, my name anywhere, Pinterest, Instagram, everywhere, is Rhea Hope. So you can find pretty much me on any social media if you search Rhea Hope, all one word. If you wear satin, you would want to use the shade Honey in the BB Flawless. Appreciate your makeup videos. Aw, thanks. I love the primer, yes. Yes, absolutely. So spraying before and after your primer really, really helps. Okay, so now it's time to set our face. And so whoever said that they struggle with puffy under eyes, this is also gonna be a really good tip for you. So we're gonna use the Touch Bold Translucent Setting Powder, and I'm gonna be using a dry beauty blender. This one is from Walmart, and I like it just because it's flat, so it fits really nicely under here. So what setting powder does, it does a few things actually. So it's going to get so tongue-tied. So it's going to not only start to tighten your under eyes and tighten your pores, but it's also gonna start to absorb any natural oil or humidity or sweat that's like pouring through your skin. So instead of your natural oils or the humidity making your foundation slide around, it's gonna just absorb into the setting powder. So you're gonna look flawless all day. So if you struggle with being really greasy or really oily, or you apply your foundation, you're like 5 minutes later, it's like completely gone. You're like, I swear I applied foundation today. Definitely snag the Touch Bold Translucent Setting Powder. So normally it comes with like a little mesh plate over it. I just popped mine off with a butter knife so I could bake with it. All right, so that's the setting powder, and you can let this sit on your skin for as long as you want. For me, I just leave it on for like a second, and that seems to be good enough for me. The oilier you are, the longer you'll want to leave it on. Yay, thank you so much for sharing. I so appreciate that. If you haven't done so, go ahead and click that share button in your bottom left-hand corner. I appreciate it so much. All right, so we're just gonna fan all of this setting powder away. and what is going to be left over is just a very fine layer of it. So now you can see where I highlighted, where I used my setting powder and where I didn't. So we want to even out our whole face. So I always get the question, I don't want to use that much powder. But if you use just the setting powder, you're gonna see some discoloration. Unless you're using it all over, but then you see how this area is a lot lighter than the rest of my skin tone. So if you are wanting to highlight your under eyes and set your under eyes, but not use setting powder all over, you could do this step. So this is the Mineral Touch Pressed Powder. And we're gonna use the shade Scarlet for my complexion. You can always message me a selfie facing a window and I can tell you what color you are. So who hates under eye creasing? I am so that way. Click that little heart if you hate it. I really hate when all these little lines start to appear and my concealer starts to like vanish or crease. There's nothing more annoying. So we're gonna take the Mineral Touch Pressed Powder in the shade Scarlet on this dry beauty blender. And what we're gonna do with that is you're just going to push like this, bounce this underneath your eye. This is not only going to highlight your under eye, but it's also going to fit into all of those creases and begin to kind of like shut it down. It's gonna fill in those areas. So instead of your concealer starting to like crack or move around, it's just going to absorb into the pressed powder. So that is a good step if you have normal skin or if you have drier skin. If you have oily skin, you can do both steps like I just did. Otherwise, just that one would be totally fine. Now I use a lighter shade, the shade Scarlet, to add like a highlight underneath my eye, but if you're not wanting a highlight, if you just want something very subtle, you can still use the same pressed powder that you're using all over. But just do it just there. You don't want it to take it like all over unless you have really bad like fine lines around your mouth or your forehead. You can also set those areas as well. Hi Lisa, thank you. Aw, thanks Melinda. Thanks Cindy, welcome. All right, so now we are going to set the rest of our face and even out our skin tone. So I'm going to take the same product, the Mineral Touch Pressed Powder, and again, all of these products that I'm talking about are all available right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com, and you can always private message me if you're not sure what color to grab. So I'm going to use it on the big, giant kabuki brush, like look how big this thing is. Message me if you want the link to this, or I have it pinned right here, so you can click there and scroll down and you'll see the link. So we're gonna take this right here, Mineral Touch Pressed Powder in the shade Satin, which is my actual tone. And we're just going to begin down here. And this is gonna just make everything match up. Thank you, Megan. Would you use the Snarky Liquid Lipstick? Like to see how it looks? Yeah, I can probably do that in my next live so I can find it in my, my case. Why do you warm up the concealer? So the concealer and all of the products are mineral based. So the longer that they just sit around, they have a tendency to separate. So warming it up in your hands, like between your fingers, helps to apply it very evenly. And it also is gonna thin out the consistency of the concealer. Our concealer is like super opaque, meaning you like cannot see through it. So if you just like squirt it on and apply, it may appear like too thick for your under eye or too heavy. So I like to warm it up and kind of thin out that consistency. So talks about you have to watch. Aw, awesome. Welcome, Nicole. Glad to have you here. If you guys are new, if you've never seen one of my tutorials before, go ahead and hashtag newbie in the comments so I can welcome you. All right, so I'm only gonna use my pressed powder on one side of my face because I want to show you the power of powder. So this side of my face we set with our pressed powder, this side we did not. You guys see that difference? Isn't that incredible? This side of my face looks so much more put together, looks so much more airbrushed, looks so much more flawless than this side. You can kind of see some discoloration, kind of see the outline of my under eye. You can start seeing just, you know, So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set everything. Awesome, welcome. Welcome Kathy, Alicia, Michelle, LaDawn. Welcome guys. Do you need to buy your rose water or can you buy any rose water? So I personally only like our rose water because it doesn't have like really heavy perfumes in it and it's a straight toner instead of something that's more like essential oily, if that makes sense. I know the ingredients in our rose water are incredible, especially for healing dark circles, tightening your under eye, and helping reduce redness. So I highly, highly, highly recommend our rose water. I can't speak on other brands, like I use this brand and I love this brand and that's why I want to share about it. So highly recommend snagging it. I have a super duper question. When you contour and lower part of your face, I can't get over it. Looks really dark streak. How do you fix that? So what you're gonna wanna do, Brandy, is you're gonna wanna swirl, which I'm gonna actually do right this second. So stay tuned and listen to like all the techniques for doing your contour. Yes, the rose water is incredible. I got the BB Floss and I can't wait to use it with the foundation stick. So yes, you can do the BB Flawless first and then do the stick over top. That's gonna be super hydrating. Welcome, Amy. Welcome, Paige. I never got my makeup to look this way. I feel like I look orange and it's thick in places. So definitely make sure that your private messaging me is selfie facing a window, because that really goes in to play on like how well it looks on your skin. Also making sure that you're having a good skincare regimen goes into play on it too. So I don't blot my powder, but when I'm applying my pressed powder, I'm using kind of like a stippling motion, like all over. And I find that applying it that way is gonna make it much more like airbrushed and much lighter on your skin. Sylvia, exit and then come back in and see if you have sound, which you don't have sound, so you didn't hear me say that. All right, so now we're gonna contour. So contouring, I know, can be something that's a little intimidating, maybe even a little scary. I know all of these like beauty bloggers nowadays make it into this big to-do. It's so easy, especially if you have the right products. So what you're gonna wanna grab is Beachfront Bronzer and the tapered blusher brush. So these two are so super duper really important. So everything is right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. You can always message me if you're not sure what color to grab. I'm gonna be using the shades Hermosa, which is like the middle shade, but if you're learning to do makeup, grab the shade Sunset, which is the lightest. How does a coupon for the oil work? You can message me, Kelly, and I can let you know. I don't know how many sound exit the video. Yes, thank you so much, Paige, for writing that out. Do you ever color correct the under eye? So I actually used to a lot. Like that was my thing. Because I used to have really, really bad dark circles. And I started using the our skincare regimen, which if you're wanting like the whole skincare regimen on like really good deal, check out Sets and Collections. I try to like combine those two words. Sets and Collections right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. And under Sets and Collections, you'll see the Uology and Me is what it's called. You can go to that collection and get like pretty much everything I use in my skincare regimen that helped heal my dark circles. All right, so now for contouring, I'm gonna do one side of my face to show you that difference, and then I'm also gonna talk to you guys about technique, but it's really so easy, especially with this brush. This brush does like all the work. So for contouring your forehead, you just kind of focus here at the temples and do little swirls, and that'll just kind of combine it. So you want to leave like the center of your face not contoured. This really is going to play in kind of with lighting a little bit, so it's gonna make the center of your face really pop. So if you have a square jaw, you can kind of contour your jawline, but if you're like me and you kind of already have a pointy chin, I just contour the cheekbones right here, which is really gonna define the face like that. So just this little area. And then as you saw, contouring one cheek, look at that difference. See how this is like much more rounder, a little bit washed out. You can see the bone structure really well on this side. You can already see my cheekbone starting to pop. I'm making the same face, but on this side, it really pops. Click the little heart if you see that difference. And that's so good. And I love this bronzer. It's not dirty, it's not muddy, it's not heavy. It's so incredible. All right, so for technique, what you wanna do is you grab your tapered blusher brush. This is under tools on my website. You're gonna grab your bronzer, I tap it in all over, then I'll swirl it into the cap to really separate that pigment. Now you're gonna go from the top of the ear to the corner of the mouth, and you stop like 2 finger lengths away from the mouth. So we're gonna move our little sideburn hairs. So top of the ear, and then you're just gonna sweep this back and forth in the hollow of your cheek. Once you've done that, and you can see that there's a line there already, now you're gonna turn it vertically, vertically, and do little swirls like this. This is gonna soften it up and make sure that it looks much more blended and much more softer against your cheekbone. So it doesn't look like you have like a harsh line there. And then you can always build it up. So I love a good contour, so I'll just do a couple goes at it, and this is just gonna darken it up. Same thing on this side. Just like so. Okay, so now for your nose, contouring your nose, also so easy. We're gonna squeeze the brush, and then I'm just going to go down the sides of my nose, and then the bottom of my nose, and that's how I contour it. So easy. Skincare regimen is everything, absolutely. I've done a few skincare tutorials on my page, so be sure to follow me here on Facebook if you're not already, and just kind of scroll down and you'll see a bunch of different types of tutorials that I've done. Yes, you're so welcome. I hope that helped you. It was time to do all this. So I'm going very slow, Susan. So this is a tutorial, so I'm teaching you how to put on makeup. But everyone's preference is different. So whether you want something a little bit faster or a little less coverage, I have a tutorial for that. If you want something that's more coverage and makes you look airbrushed, here's a tutorial for that. So this is just my personal preference. This is what I love. And if you need any recommendation on something that would work better for your lifestyle, I can absolutely help you with that. Thank you, Michelle. Yes, there is a love it guarantee. So if you buy any product and you're not in love with it or it doesn't work out totally fine, you can return it for your money back and I'll even help you. All right, so now for blush. We don't want to look so washed out, but I also don't want like really dark blush to make me look like a clown. You know what I mean? Like those really pink cheeks, not into that. So this is my favorite blush. This is the shade Supple, and it's like this peachy, it's so pretty. Here, I'll show you. So we're gonna smile, and I'm using the blusher brush by Younique, and you're just gonna tap this on the apple of your cheek, sticking closer to the bronzer, but work up to the hairline, just like that. Look at how pretty that blush is. Isn't that so stunning? I love it because it's not like really intense. It looks very natural, gives you that kind of glow. See how it's kind of highlighting our cheekbone there? And it's giving that flush of color. See that difference? Tiny bit of blush goes a long way. So again, swirl in that cap, and then we're just gonna tap it on. And again, this is the shade Supple. As you're tuned to remove makeup. So I use my Shine Cloths, which are underneath skincare on my website. So I use my Shine Cloths to remove all of my face makeup, and then I use the cleansing stick to remove all of my eye makeup. And then I'll wash my face. Yes, I read that one. If I missed anyone's comment, feel free to comment it again so I don't take the time out and scroll up and waste everybody's time, but that I get your questions answered. Okay, so now we're gonna highlight. So I love a good highlight. So this is one of my favorites. This is the Touch a la Mode Luminizer. It's like a fancy pants word for highlight. And I'm gonna take the shade Lustrous. And we're gonna tap it in here and then start to tap it on the center of our face. So pretty much the bridge and the tip, and then the highest parts of our cheekbone. So this is really gonna bring up the cheekbone, and it's really complementary with the contour. And you can use any brush for this. I'm using one by Stellazzi. I just like it because it's tapered and it's fluffy. So just tapping that on, just like that. And it's also gonna give you kind of a dewy makeup look, like a dewy finish. So even if you are like oily skin, but you still want that dewy finish like I am, I love a good highlight. Isn't that so pretty? It gives you like the sun-kissed glow. Isn't that stunning? I love it. How long do you wait to apply foundation after doing priming? So as soon as it's dried, pretty much. Awesome, welcome Suzanne. I have to restart. Yeah, maybe she does. I placed another order. Awesome, I'm so excited. So it's not a lot of makeup when you're doing it really quickly, and I have oily skin, so I need to set it correctly. And again, like I've said, this is my personal preference. And if you are into more lighter coverage, you can absolutely do that. And you could still get the same effect using some of these products. These are just my favorites. What's a trick to make the lash serum not burn your eyes? I don't know if I put too much on or if I'm allergic. So you're probably not allergic. It's probably just something new. So make sure that you apply it on the back side of your lashes rather than the front side. It'll kind of ease your eyes into using it. All right, so now it's time for our brows. So my favorite product, this is the brow pencil in the shade Medium. And this guy right here is the perfect learning tool. So again, when I first started doing my makeup, eyebrows really intimidated me. I always thought I was gonna look like a caterpillar, like I drew caterpillars on my face. And it wasn't until I grabbed this pencil by Younique that I was like, oh wow, I can actually do this. It's really, really dainty, so it has like the perfect tip for hair-like strokes. So very easy to use. Also has a retractable tip, so you never have to sharpen it. And then it has that spoolie end, so it allows you to kind of brush out your brows to make them look a little more natural. So I already have pretty dark brow hair, but I just love creating the structure of it and also making my eyes look a lot larger, which here I'm gonna show you the difference with doing your brows versus not. So we're gonna take a pause, and we just did it super fast. And this is basically just gonna give us some structure to our brow. But do you see that difference? See how this brow looks a little, I don't know, messy? You can see some sparse areas versus this side. And look at that difference. Can't you see how much room is on this side for eyeshadow versus this side? So even when I have my eyes open, you could still see how much like it lifts this whole eye look, right? Do you see that? And totally frames your face. Makes such a big difference on just giving your brows a little bit of shape. I like the powder. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you can totally use the powder as well. Brows are harsh for me as a natural brow is straight. Yes, if you don't have any arch, totally get that. I would grab the lightest pencil for you, Michelle. I think that you would have really good luck with that. And everyone's brow shape is different. I don't really have that big of an arch either. I almost kind of fake it, just drawing up like that. Yes, the pencil is water resistant. Really dang water resistant. So how I do my brows is I essentially just kind of like follow the natural brow shape. So once I get to the arch, then I come down throughout the tail and kind of fling it through there. And then I'll kind of underline it very softly. And then here where I have like no brow hair, this is kind of where I know where to like cap it off. So I'll go from the tear duct all the way up, and that's kind of where you know where to like stop the brow. And then I'll just very simply kind of draw a box and then fill that box in. And now if you are doing your brows and you're like, oh my gosh, I've made them too dark, what you can do is you can take that spoolie in and start combing through them. It's going to really lighten them up and make them look a little more natural. This is my personal preference. I like when they're a little bit darker. But lots of options. And again, if you're not sure what brow color to choose or what foundation to choose or anything, you can always message me and I can give you a full recommendation. All right, thanks for watching, Sherry. I know, isn't this pencil so good? And I love how fast it is. All right, so now for our eye look, we're gonna be using one of our liquid eyeshadows, and I'm gonna show you how easy they are to apply. But first things first, we need to prep our eye look for it. And instead of having to blend after, this is like my little trick with using the liquid eyeshadows. We're gonna blend before. So what you're gonna wanna do is grab this color right here, which is the shade Astute, and then this is the Fluffy Crease Brush. So we're gonna take that, kind of tap it in the shade Astute, and this is like the perfect color for like a transition shade. So when you're doing your eyeshadow, whether you have hooded eyes or you have droopy eyes or you have smaller eyes, what you're gonna wanna do, he's working.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. They said you look bored wandering around the back.
Making sure the dog is okay.
Oh. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start here in the crease, and then you're just gonna start to blend it in like this. So whether I was saying about hooded eyes or smaller eyes, this brush is so perfect. This is called the Fluffy Crease Brush. It's under tools on my website, and we're just going to start popping that in the crease. Hi, Lola. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go back and forth inside the crease, and then you're gonna zigzag through the eye, and that's gonna create just this very soft eye look that you won't have to go back and blend later. So again, hold it kind of towards the back also. That's gonna give you really good control over how much pressure you're applying. So you're gonna go back and forth on the crease and then zigzag through the eye. I have been with Younique for almost 4 years now. It'll be my 4-year anniversary in February. So back and forth in the crease and then zigzag through the eye. Just like so. I know, this brush is so incredible. So good. It's like the perfect amount of fluff, the perfect amount of tapered. They nailed it. So good. All right, so now we're gonna take this color right here, which is Gingerly. This is kind of like a caramely brown. So perfect for fall. I pretty much use this with almost every eye look I do because it just adds this really gorgeous, almost like orangey tint to it, and it's just very complimentary. So blue eyes, brown eyes, green eyes, you name it, it's so good. So with this color, I'm just gonna focus it on the brow bone, just like so. Hello, welcome, welcome. If you guys haven't done so yet, be sure to click that share button in your bottom left-hand corner. And then if you have not yet got a recommendation from me, be sure to private message me. A selfie facing a window is the best for a good color match. And I can give you a full recommendation. And just like I've been saying throughout this routine, if you've been watching, you're like, that is too much makeup for me, totally fine. I can give you a recommendation for your lifestyle and your preference. Like, I'm not gonna give you just like a generic, here, this is everything I used, bye, have fun. I'm gonna give you a recommendation on what's best for you and your skin type and your skin tone and your skill level. And then I'm here when you get your products in the mail to help you walk you through it. This isn't like when you're at Sephora and I sell you on some product and you get home and you're like, how do I use this again? You can always message me and I can help you walk you through it. Because I know, I totally have been there where you get something from the store and you get home and you're like, wait, I have no idea what this is for again. Thank you, Irma. Couldn't get the brightening mask off in one piece last night. It's hard to get off. How do I apply it too little? So Deborah, I would make sure that you grab the applicator. That is going to be under sponges and applicators on the website. That is a really good tool for applying it. It's kind of how you're supposed to apply it with that little brush. And then make sure you're applying it not too thick, but not too thin. I feel like when you apply it too thin, that's when it gets hard to remove. Thank you, Cindy. All right, so now for the star of the show. So this is our old formula of liquid eyeshadow. I ordered the new formula. It hasn't gotten to the house yet, but this is still like same for technique, same idea. The blending buds are 17 and you get both the large and the small. Winning. All right, so liquid eyeshadow is super duper fun, especially if you have mature eyes, meaning you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles on your eyes, or if you have oily eyelids. The new liquid eyeshadows are completely waterproof. They're so good and they're so easy to apply. They're also crease proof. So this color right here is called Crystal Cove. It's one of the older shades. It's no longer available, but it's exactly like the new shade Exalted. So same idea, similar color. So again, you can private message me if you need help. Yes, if you have mature eyes, you're gonna love the liquid eyeshadows. So it's gonna come on a little similar applicator like this. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna want to apply it in the center of your eye first. So once it's in the center, then you're just going to want to very slowly build it out. So you're gonna work inward, you're gonna work upward, and you're just gonna take this just on the eyelid, just like so. So another product that really, really helps, especially with application of this, is the Splurge Cream Shadow Brush. So this is the cream shadow brush, and what you're gonna wanna do with this guy is you're just going to kind of use it and go over, and it just kind of softens it up and make sure it looks even. So the liquid eyeshadows are very quickly to dry. So it takes like a second to dry. And now I like to do 2 coats, maybe even 3, depending on the color and how pigmented you want it. So I'll just go over it a little bit, just like so. And then take it on the cream shadow brush, and then we'll use this brush to kind of blend it out as well. And I'll just kind of pull it upward into the crease, just like so. And that's so pretty. And the new liquid eyeshadows come in matte colors as well as like these really pretty metallic-y ones. Yes, if you have fine lines and wrinkles on your eyelids, you're gonna love these. Okay, I've got that in my cart, so I will get the applicator. Yes, perfect. Add the powder only. Yes, you should definitely try the liquid. They're super good. So Judy, to private message me, all you have to do is click on my face. A little window will pop down and you'll just tap on my name. You can either go there or you can also go to my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com. You can scroll to the very bottom of that website and you'll see an option to be able to send me an email. I suffer liquid ones. Yay, awesome. Okay, Lisa, this isn't a, here, we'll just do that. There we go, bye-bye. Okay, so now we're gonna do this eye. So again, we're gonna take that applicator and we're gonna start in the center of the eye and then just start to work on inward and outward and just apply it very slowly, just like so. And again, this color is gonna be very similar to the shade Exalted. Now, if you are loving, you're like, yep, need those, the best way to get them is in the Kudos. And what the Kudos is basically like our monthly deal. Every month it's something different. Usually will contain some new products. This month it's like that. It's super fun. So this month you're gonna get the 40 mascara, the brand new lash primer, and then you're also gonna pick 2 liquid eyeshadow shades. And you can also buy the liquid eyeshadows individually as well underneath the eyeshadows, underneath the eyeshadow tab. So that was 2 coats, and then again, taking that cream shadow brush, and then you're just gonna and I'm not putting like any pressure, you guys. I'm using like such a light hand. Isn't that so pretty? See how it kind of draws the attention to the eyes? Yes, you can absolutely always get a hold of me. Yes, I pride myself on always responding. Like if you message me, I will get back to you same day, if not within the hour. Yeah, I know, really pretty, right? Yes, absolutely. Did you order all the colors? Yes, I did. I haven't gotten them yet. I know, it's okay. She went away. Let me know the products. Yay, I'm so glad. All right, so I think it looks pigmented enough. So now what we're gonna do, so like I said, how I blended beforehand, so now it takes less time and effort to do everything. So now we're gonna take just that astute color, which is that light brown on that fluffy crease brush, and we're just gonna very light-handedly kind of just dust this over everywhere, and it kind of just blends it all out for us. And now it's like all done. Now to kind of give it more of a cohesive finished look, what I'm gonna do right now is take my eyeliner in the shade Perfect. I love these eyeliners. They're creamy, they glide on, they have an amazing hold. They actually stay put. Oh, you should, Nicole. Message me and I can walk you through it. Yes, I can, Tess. Thank you. So to message me for color match, you can either just message me here on Facebook by going to my page, Rhea Hope, or Beauty by Rhea Hope, or Rhea Coleman. Those are all my pages. So you can message me there, or you can go to the very bottom of my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com, and you can message me there too, anywhere you want. Or if you're not following me on Instagram, my name is Rhea Hope on there as well. And you can message me on Instagram too, whatever you'd like. But yeah, if you guys have been thinking about getting paid to play with makeup, definitely message me and I can walk you through the joining process. It's super easy and fun. All right, so now that we have our eyeliner on, now we're gonna take this brush right here. This is actually by Morphe. It's a 432 brush. And I'm gonna take that same color that we used in the crease, which is that really pretty color Gingerly. I don't line the outside, I just line the insides of my waterline. I don't really line the top that much, only because I feel like it makes my eyes look smaller and I want my eyes to look as big as possible. So I like to just line the waterline, and then we're going to underline our bottom lash line with this eyeshadow, which again is the shade Gingerly, and this is just gonna give it more of like a kind of a smoky feel, but it's just gonna make the eye look super complete, which I'll show you the difference here in a second. So to send a selfie, you'll just tap on my face, a little window will pop down, you'll just tap on my name, and you'll see the little picture option when you're messaging me here on Facebook. So liner goes on just half. So I only do it to about here, like I don't take it all the way in, so just personal preference, you can take it all the way around, but I like to do both the top and the bottom. Yes, everything I'm using is available right here. RheaHopeBeauty.com is where you can find all of the makeup and purchase it from me so that I get the credit, which I so appreciate when you guys do that. This is what I do for a living. Okay, so now that we have that, see how that kind of, look at that difference versus this side versus that side. See how this side really does look complete rather than this side? I really love doing this step. So again, we're just lining the underneath the lash line with the eyeshadow in the shade Gingerly, just down here. Thank you, Nicole, you're so sweet. What's the name of the eyeliner? The eyeliner is called the Precision Eyeliner in the shade Perfect, and you can find it underneath the eyeliner tab, underneath eyes. And if you guys are new at shopping on my website and you can't find anything for any reason, it is totally okay to message me. I would love to give you the direct link and make shopping for you super duper easy. So all you have to do is message me and I would love to help. All right, so first, before we do anything else, I'm gonna set my makeup, which may seem kind of odd because I'm not done with my makeup, right? So I have found that setting your makeup before you do your mascara and your lipstick actually helps prolong the wear of not only your lipstick, but also is gonna help your mascara not smudge. And it's also prepping and priming your eyelashes for the mascara. Setting spray is so crucial to making your makeup look flawless all day. It takes away that makeup-y look, the powdery look. Also helps to prevent transferring, like on your phone or when you hug people. So definitely make sure you pick up the Touch Behold setting spray. It's incredible. So if you've been watching this tutorial and you're like, I need to try this makeup, sold. the best way, like the biggest bang for your buck, is to go right here, rayahopebeauty.com, and click on sets and collections once you get in the website. And again, you can always message me if you're not sure where to go. And you want to grab the collection called Ready, Set, Prep, because it comes with the setting spray, the primer, your liquid foundation, and your concealer. All 4 of these things at a discount. So essentially you'd have almost a whole face of makeup. And then I would grab the pressed powder and you'd be set to go. Thank you. When you apply the eyeshadow underneath, are you softening the eyeliner too? Yes, so you kind of blend out both. Yay, awesome. Yes, Ready, Set, Prep is the name of that collection. Okay, so now for mascara. Now I'm gonna take the lash primer, which is brand spanking new. It is so good, you guys. It makes your lashes look so fierce. So this is gonna come in this one's Kudos. So what you're gonna do is you wanna start at the base of the lash. And I just kind of go at the base and then kind of blink onto the applicator. It's gonna kind of force my lash downward. So not only does this help your lashes curl, like hallelujah, but it's also gonna make your mascara look much more pigmented, and it's gonna assist with the length and the volume of your lash. Another bonus of using the lash serum is it's actually infused with our Steam Lash Serum, which is underneath lashes on the website, and it helps for your lashes to grow. So it's nourishing them, making them stronger, making them longer, but it's also going to assist your mascara, which now we're gonna do. For your help the other night. Oh, it's my pleasure, Sarah. Yes, the lash primer is so crucial. Okay, perfect. I will message you back as soon as I get off. Okay, so now time for mascara. So now we're gonna take the 4D mascara and we're gonna do the same exact thing, kind of blink onto the wand, and you can even kind of wiggle at the base, just like this. And then we are gonna dust the tips, just like so, kind of go back and forth. And that is gonna give us the most amazing length and volume. So this mascara is water resistant, has incredible hold. This mascara is infused with the fibers from the old 3D formula, except there's no fallout. Do you guys see that? They're literally touching my eyebrows. This mascara, you guys, is so good, so incredible. Yes, I only do the lash primer on the top. And then let's do this side. So again, just kind of going up the base, blink onto the wand, gets it on there. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And I like using the lash primer before too, because you can kind of see where it is. So you know if you haven't like gotten that lash yet, you know what I mean? Because the lash primer is white, it almost is like guiding you where to put your mascara. So I'll just kind of go around, and you can do as many coats of this as you like. But one coat is so incredible. What's the name of the color on your lid? I use the 2 pressed eyeshadows in the shade Astute and Gingerly, and then I use the liquid eyeshadow, and it's very similar to the shade Exalted. It's water resistant, but I've like straight gone swimming with my mascara on and it didn't bleed, so I'd like to say it's waterproof, but it's not advertised as waterproof, so I don't want to ever say anything that's incorrect for you guys. All right, mascara is on. Yes, water resistant. All right, so now for our lips. So who loves a good nude lipstick? I really do. I love a good nude lipstick color, but I don't like ones that like wash me out. You know what I mean? Like I want something that I can wear every day, but that doesn't look like too pastel-y. You know what I mean? Let me fix my hair and then we'll do our lipstick. Okay, so now lipstick. I'm gonna use my favorite lip liner. This is the shade Prudent. I love this lip liner. It is incredible. Glides right on, smudge proof. It's so easy to use, and this color right here, Prudent, my favorite color, is very like complementary to your lips. It's perfect for overdrawing, so it's gonna make your lips look even more pouty, but it's also gonna prolong the wear of your lipstick throughout the day. So we're gonna start here in the center and just kind of line our lips. Now where my lip line ends, that's where I put my pencil, and I pretty much just trace the outline of it. Like so. And same thing on top. And then I'm gonna fill in my lips. And the reason that I do that with the lip liner is I find that filling them in with the lip liner before lipsticks helps like hold the lipstick in place even better too. I went to be in the morning. Falsies fall off the door. Oh my gosh, that's so funny, Kathy. Okay, so we're just gonna enhance this. And this is where I kind of overdraw. Okay, so now that we've lined our lips, now I'm gonna fill them in. And like I said, this is not only gonna alter the color of the lipstick, but it's going to also help to prolong the wear of it as we wear it throughout the day. You see how creamy this is? Oh, it's so good. And the lip liners are only $15. Okay, so now we have our lip liner all done. Now we're gonna go in and top it with the lipstick in the shade Affluent. Now, if you're a mama and you've been wanting to, not necessarily saying you have to be a mom, but I'm just saying if you have been looking for like a subtle nude lipstick, something that's not too crazy, but that's very complimentary, this guy right here, this is the shade Affluent, is for you. Look how pretty that is. Oh, it's so good. It's like a mauve-y nude with pink undertones, aka the best. The lip liner that I lined with was the shade Prudent. Okay, that's so pretty. I love it. So that's the shade Affluent, and now we're gonna top it just a little bit with the shade Luxe in our lip gloss. Just in the center, which gives it a little pouty feel too. I love our lip glosses. These are only $15 too, and they come with like a little touch-up mirror. Ta-da! That's the whole makeup look. And I have pinned right here in the comments all of the product lists as well as the shopping links. So if you are wanting to grab anything or try anything, again, we have a love it guarantee. So you can return it if it doesn't work out for any reason. And if you're not sure, if you're feeling overwhelmed, which totally understand that there's so much to choose from and so many pretty colors. If you need a recommendation, if you need help, if you can't find anything on the website, feel free to message me. So you can go right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com to find anything. And if you know anyone that loves makeup or loves skincare, please refer them back to this video. You can share my page with them, or you can share this video with them, or just share my website, whichever. Perfect. I will respond all to the color matches today. I'll get back to you on those. And like I said, even if you're wanting something just that like gives you good coverage but won't take a lot of time or whatever the case may be, please message me. I can give you a full list for what's right for you, like what like regimen would be good for you. So just message me and I can walk you through it. So thank you so much for sharing. And again, if you want to catch these live tutorials, be sure to sign up for the live notifications, which should be the 3 little dots up here. It'll give you the option to sign up. And then you can also text Rhea Hope to the number 83361. And I will see you guys later. I'm gonna hop over on Instagram now to give you guys full outfit details. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, my name is Rhea Hope over there as well. And Brenda, I have the full product list pinned right here in the comments. I'll also go ahead and comment it again, so if you missed it, make sure that you comment something. Hi, hello, whatever you want, a smiley face. That way when I go ahead and comment the product list right now, you'll be able to get alerted to when I do. So I'll see you guys probably tomorrow, but definitely over on Instagram now. So I hope you guys all have a beautiful day. Bye, love ya.